JMC 6000 here, and before me I have the 2023 Hyundai Santa Cruz Nightfall Edition. Now, coming from a Maverick owner, as a Maverick driver, I wanted to review this vehicle, and I wanted to go ahead and give my thoughts, my likes, my dislikes, and kind of compare it to what I drive now, because as of right now of this filming, this is the only competitor to the Maverick. If you want to go up in size, you would have to go up to a mid-size, like a Colorado, Ridgeline, a Canyon, a Ranger, a Tacoma. But as far as compact pickup trucks go, or lifestyle vehicles, this is pretty much the only comparable vehicle to the Maverick at this point. Again, this is the 2023. Now, from what I understand, the Nightfall Edition is a new package for 2023. As you can see, as we look at the front of this thing, you get all LED headlights, high beams, turn signals, and the LED daytime running lights that kind of flow into the grille. That's a daytime running light. That's one. That one, I believe that one as well. And then it has this kind of like black chrome appearance. If you can see that with the Hyundai symbol, with the front of the grille here. Sorry that it's dirty, but you have this like black chrome versus kind of like the shiny chrome that you get on the more base level trims. Anyway, that's the front. You have a camera up there in the windscreen there, but there is no radar sensor, because unfortunately with the Nightfall Edition, you do not get adaptive cruise control as standard. That is an option on this particular package that this particular vehicle does not have. So let's come along the side, son. We have blacked out 20-inch rims. This is kind of like a darker finish. Well, it is a dark finish, but it's not a shiny. It's not a shiny black finish. It's more of a matte black finish there on the 20-inch rims. Kumo tires, they are 225. No, I'm sorry, not 225. They are 245/50 R20s. And then as you can see, it blacks out the door handles. It blacks out all the trim on the side on the Nightfall Edition. And then we have the back end here of the Hyundai Santa Cruz. The Hyundai symbol here, right above the right above the button for the lift down the tailgate. That's all been in this kind of a black chrome finish. But the H-Track and the 2.5T, because this does come equipped with the 2.5 turbo, is not blacked out. That's still chrome, which I find kind of weird. You get a combination of LED and incandescent tail lights. Unfortunately, the brake light and the turn signal are incandescent, but the running light, this kind of like Thor's hammer kind of a look here, that's all LED. And then you get the LED high mount stoplight with a cargo light that shines into the cargo. Speaking of which, nice and damped. And then this here, bam, we have this cargo bed. Now, from what I understand, this is only about 4 feet, so this is actually shorter than what's in the Maverick, not as deep as what's in the Maverick, but you do get a nice party trick that this truck has that the Maverick doesn't have, and that is this, you know, kind of like this well storage here that you can actually, you know, take out this plug here. If you wanted to use it as a cooler, you can, and that will drain out all the water if any water gets in there. Pretty cool. This does have LED box lighting right here, and we do have some storage cubbies on either side. Let me go ahead and close this. I do like the nice strap that they give you for the hard tonneau cover. That comes equipped standard with the Nightfall Edition package, and there we go. So let's go look at the window sticker, and then we'll go into the driving portion of this guy, kind of give you my likes and dislikes about this. Window sticker here, again, this has a 2.5T with, I believe it is the 8-speed dual clutch transmission. Anyway, we see right here, this is the has the black interior, which we'll talk about here when I get into my interior review. It's called the Hampton Gray is a color, not a bad color. And then also we have, let's see, we got 19 city, 27 highway, 22 combined. On the highway, I was getting a little bit less than that, about 25 miles per gallon. Oh, it's a 2024 Santa Cruz. I thought it was a 23. Check that out. The correction would be in the description. Anyway, I believe the night package is new for 2023, but they carried over in 2024. All in with everything you have here. Again, 8-speed dual clutch, turbocharged 4-cylinder, everything, the 20-inch wheels, the blacked out, dark chrome, everything else. This comes in at a hefty $39,960. 40 grand for this thing. And it's hard for me to, let me go into the interior review. I'll tell you more about that. Hop in with. All right. I am in the 2024. I got corrected by the window sticker. Hyundai Santa Cruz. Here goes the key for the Hyundai Santa Cruz. It's not Hyundai's newest key fob, but it is proximity sensing. Push button start. We got it running here. All right, let's go over the interior real quick because for 40 grand, I'm just going to say this. I expected a lot more. All right, so let me just go and say a couple of my likes and dislikes. A couple likes that I have. I like the Nightfall Edition package. It really helps to darken out because I have to admit that the front end for me is a little bit aggressive and not in a good way. It's not macho looking or manly looking. It's just a little bit too like in your face, as my son would describe it, as alien. With the Nightfall Edition, it actually kind of darkens that chrome. It's black chrome, so it actually makes it not as offensive or not as in your face or aggressive as it could be. So that's one of my likes. I do like this package as far as what it does for the outside of the vehicle and everything else. A couple things I want to kind of go into with this vehicle. And another high that I have, besides the outside looks and appearance, has to be the ride. I have to admit, Hyundai really nailed the ride of this thing. I think it rides better than my Maverick. And my Maverick is a front-wheel drive hybrid, but I think this rides better being all-wheel drive, fully independent front and rear suspension. It actually has a beautiful ride to it, even with the 20-inch rims. This thing rides amazing. It rides really, really good. So I got to give Hyundai props for that. They really nailed it with the ride. The steering feel is nice and good as well. And then another high point I have for this Nightfall Edition Santa Cruz has to be, you get this nice, beautiful display up front here. It's kind of sparse, a little bit of information, but it's a beautiful display. And then you can change it via the drive mode. Here it is in Sport. And then that's the only thing that's kind of different. If you go into Smart or into Snow, the display kind of stays the same. You can go into this weird cube mode, which I don't know why you want to do that, but anyway. And then I do like this touchscreen here. It's a nice big wide touchscreen. Kind of reminds me of what's in the Dodge Hornet and some other vehicles that kind of use this wide touchscreen. But anyway, so let's go into my dislikes. And overall my thoughts and feelings about the Hyundai Santa Cruz coming from a Ford Maverick owner. So number one dislike has to be, I mean, I love the Nightfall Edition the way it looks, but I hate the sea of black in here. I mean, everything, the seats. I mean, you got some silver on the door handles, some silver trim up here that kind of breaks up the blackness, and then you have piano black. This whole thing is a touchscreen. So all these are haptic touch sensitive controls for the climate, for the media display. Everything is all black, and I can't stand all black interiors. Give me some color, give me some contrast, give me something more than just a sea of black. Anyway, that's just my pet peeve of mine. You guys may like all black. And then being that these seats are only heated and not ventilated, at least they have some perforations in them. Can't imagine what these feel like in the summer. But anyway, that's number one pet peeve. Number two pet peeve, I'm going to have to say, has to be, everybody raves about the Hyundai Santa Cruz and its quality. And don't get me wrong, I mean, the fit and finish in here is nice, but for 40 grand, I want more soft touch plastics than the center armrest and just a little bit of padding right here on my door. Everything else, the dash is, the dash is a little bit padded, but everything else, this is all hard touch plastic. The door panel, it's all hard, cheap touch plastic, except for where you put your elbows. The top part of the dash is padded, but everything else is all hard touch plastic and just a sea of black. And just, anyway, for 40 grand, I expected more. And then finally, especially for the price, I don't have adaptive cruise control. How in the world are you paying 40 grand for a vehicle and even a compact lifestyle truck and not have adaptive cruise. I mean, I have lane centering of sorts, and I do have blind spot monitoring, but no adaptive cruise. My $31,000 Maverick has adaptive cruise, and I can't get it, or it's not, you know, it's not standard in this, which really kind of bugs me. But I do appreciate the nice screens and the nice widescreen here. This is only a wired Android Auto connection. Unfortunately, you have to have your phone plugged in order to have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, which kind of bothers me as well. It's not a wireless connection like so many vehicles are doing. But other than that, the radio sounds good for being the base radio. I have to admit that. The radio sounds amazing for what it is. Jammed to some Christmas music now that we're in December. And this do have a sliding glass rear window that is only manual. It's not power operated like in my Maverick. But at least it is a rear defogger window versus in my Maverick, I don't have that feature. So kind of a tit for tat there, if you want to so call that. Manual rear view dimming mirror, nothing fancy here. There's no controls to operate your garage door opener or anything like that, but I don't have that in Maverick. This does have a sunroof, just a basic sunroof, not a pano roof, but that's all right. I'm not a big sunroof guy anyway, and we do have I gotta manually switch that on. Why? And it's an incandescent light. All right, whatever. For 40 grand, I expected a little bit more. I think the Hyundai Santa Cruz is a good vehicle. Oh, let me show you, Sunset right there, and I'll show you what it looks like in the back. All right. Sitting behind myself, I'm about 5'10". My son is about my height, maybe a little bit taller. And if you just want to get this right here, I got very little room. In fact, if I just want to lounge out just a little bit, my knees are actually into the back of this seat. And then if I try and sit in the center, it's like it's a no-go. It's a no-go. I understand this is a compact, you know, this Santa Cruz compact truck based off an SUV, but there's actually more room in the Maverick in the second row than there is in the Santa Cruz. So anyway, just an average guy. It's a little bit tight. I'm gonna say I do have plenty of room for my feet, but my knees are almost just about up against the seat here. And yeah, I do have what? I don't have a center armrest. There's no cup holders back here. Here, let me take the camera, son. There's no cup holders, and there's nothing back here to plug your stuff in. There's no air vents. Oh, I got a cup holder right here. So sorry. There's cup holders on the door. But other than that, that's crazy. There you go, son. That's... Anyway, again, for 40 grand, I expect a lot more. And people rave about the quality of the Santa Cruz. I just don't see it. I mean, yes, it's a nice riding vehicle. The engine is buttery smooth. And everything else. I love the steering. Oh, look at this. I don't even have leather steering wheel. It's not even leather wrapped. It's this hard rubbery rubber.
It feels like plastic.
Yeah, it's a plasticky steering wheel. 40 grand, I expect to have a leather wrapped steering wheel. Come on, Hyundai. I love the Nightfall Edition package, but this leaves me wanting more. And coming from a Lariat Maverick, I'm kind of disappointed. I find that the interior appointments are not that much better than in my almost $9,000 cheaper Maverick. Yes, this has all-wheel drive. Yes, this has a turbo engine. Yes, it does ride better, but I mean, for almost 9 grand more than what my Maverick was, I just don't see it. I don't feel it. And I'm sure I'm going to get some negative feedback in the comments section, but hey, I appreciate you guys tuning in this video. If you want more content like this, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I upload every Wednesday morning. I try and go live on Saturdays. I've been neglecting that. I'm going to try and go live this Saturday, so be in tune for that. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'm trying to do all these videos. So yeah, let me know other videos you guys want to see. But yeah, this is my overall thoughts and everything else about the Hyundai Santa Cruz. It's a decent riding vehicle. It has plenty of power. I do love the 2.5 and the dual clutch, but for the money, you can do a lot better. For the money, I'd rather spend it on the all-wheel drive Maverick than this. Yeah. Anyway, Awesome. You guys be blessed. Have a wonderful day. We'll catch you on the next one.